ornaments viewer, back to my channel once again. Today I am going to help you understand how you will make this wonderful granny circle, and it is an interesting stitch for any type of beginner, or even you are an advanced crocheter also. You can use these granny stitches anywhere for your projects. So for this project I am going to choose a hook of size 5 mm, then any yarn of your choice, color choice, then a darning needle and a pair of scissors. Okay. Because I said it is for beginners, it is again going to be a crochet along project as I have done before. I want all the beginners to understand how I am passing through each rounds in this making of crochet circle, and we are going to understand that this crochet circle is made out of two shapes in the beginning and then forming a proper circle. So first we will be focusing on making a triangle, and then from the triangle we will be getting the shape of a hexagon, and from the hexagon we are going to frame a circle. So this is anyway going to be an interesting project, and I ask all my viewers to watch this tutorial, understand the technique, and then start making it. I have been struggling a lot to understand the method of making granny circle, but for some reason I couldn't even get the idea about it, and finally I started making my own design, and then I was able to come up with such a very great perfect granny circle. So definitely any beginner would want to understand how a granny circle can be crocheted, will be benefited from this tutorial. And so before starting my tutorial, if you are new to my channel, I request you all to please subscribe my channel, because there are lots of videos coming in, and already there are more videos in my channel which will help you even if you are a beginner or not. So you can learn and understand many things from this channel. So please subscribe, share, like and comment. Okay, now after my tutorial, so I'm keeping this aside. First, in a granny circle, granny circle, you have to make, you are working in this magic ring, so you have to make one circle around your finger as if you are making a magic ring. So within that magic ring you are going to chain 3, and you all know chain 3 is my first double crochet, and then within this I am going to chain 2 double crochet. So in total we have formed 3 double crochet, then chain 1, 3 double crochet, again chain 1 and 3 double crochet. So all these are inside the magic ring. And you will put one more chain and then pull your magic ring yarn back side, and we will slip stitch onto the top of the first chain here, top of the third chain. Slip stitch here on the top of the third chain. So we have completed our first round, in which we have crocheted 3 granny clusters, each separated by chain 1. And here in this tutorial you will be constantly hearing about the term granny clusters, which is nothing but the 3 double crochet stitches. Now we are moving to our second round, where in which you are going to chain 3, so now we are moving to our second round, and we are going to work in each chain 1 spaces here. So for that I am going to slip stitch on to my next chains, next two double crochet stitches here and here, and then again slip stitch in my chain 1 space, then do 2 chains, which also forms my first double crochet. So next is 2 double crochet because we are going to do an increase here. So chain 2, 2 double crochet, again chain 1 and 3 double crochet in that chain 1 space. So it is like how we do our granny square corner. So this is our first increase, then chain 1. Next we are moving to our second increase, so that is focused on this chain 1 space. So yarn over and do 3 double crochet stitches in that next chain 1 space, then chain 1 and again 3 double crochet stitches or a granny cluster in that chain 1 space. So that forms our second increase. Now again chain 1 and we are moving to our here itself, and we are moving to our next chain 1 space for an increase. So chain 2, ignore that chain 2, we are doing 3 double crochet or the granny cluster, chain 1 and 3 double crochet all in that chain 1 space. So it is kind of a triangle formed. Next chain 1 and then we will quickly join the yarn over here on the top of the second chain for a slip stitch. Yes, so with that we come to the end of our second row. Now we have to move to our third row. Again we are focusing on working in the chain 1 spaces. So I'm going to do a slip stitch here, and one more slip stitch in the chain 1 space, and again 2 chains, which is my first double crochet, and 2 double crochet here in that chain 1 space, then chain 1 and one more granny cluster, which is nothing but 3 double crochet in that chain 1 space. So this is the first again corner we have made here, and now for me the pattern calls for again increase in the third round. So we have to do all the chain 1 spaces will be having each increase. So this is our first increase, and now here also we have the chain 1 space. So there in that chain 1 space also I am going to do an increase, which is nothing but one granny cluster separated by one chain and one granny cluster. That is 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, all in that chain 1 space, and again separated by. Next is we are moving to this corner, but before that I am going to do one more chain and then do one increase in the next chain 1 space. This technique is very simple, and I suggest everyone should give a try to this. That is my tiny knot over there. So my another third increase is also formed. Then again chain 1, and here is our next chain 1 space. So there also we will do an increase. So it is 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, all in the same chain 1 space. Then again chain 1, we have 2 more chain 1 spaces. In that chain 1 spaces also we are going to follow the same pattern, 3 double crochet, chain 1, three double crochet, all in that same chain 1 space. Now one more chain 1, and then we will do our last increase here. So we have done our last increase, which is again 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, all in that last chain 1 space, and we are doing a chain 1 here and then joining with a slip stitch on the chain 2 of our first double crochet. So now we have obtained a shape like this. We are getting 6 corners, right? This is our hexagon. So we started with a triangle, and then we have moved into a hook hexagon, and now we are going to form a circle out of this hexagon. So let's see how we are going to do that. So again, as usual, we are going to work in the chain 1 space. So I am going to slip stitch here, but this time I am not at all going to do any increase. I am just going to do a granny cluster in each chain 1 space. Okay, so let me show it in my pattern over here. So this is our first round. It's just 3 over there. Then it's the second round, it is an increase, and then again third round, which starts here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that forms the shape of the hexagon, which we have stopped as of now. Yes, and now we are moving to our fourth round. So there we don't have any increase. I have just done all the clusters in each chain 1 spaces. So let us chain 1 space. So let us do that. So we are in the first cluster, first chain 1 space. So there I am going to do chain 2 and double crochet, chain 1, then moving to my next chain 1 space, I am just going to do one granny cluster, which is nothing but 3 double crochet in this tutorial. So again chain 1 and then 3 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, then chain 1, again 3 double crochet or a granny cluster, then chain 1, one more granny cluster in the next chain 1 space, chain 1 and another granny cluster, chain 1, another granny cluster, and then chain 1, another granny cluster, chain 1. So far we haven't done any increase. We are just doing granny cluster in each chain 1 space, and again we have 1 2 3 4 more chain 1 spaces over there. So in each chain 1 space we will be doing granny cluster separated by a chain 1. So we have 2 more chain 1 spaces. We are doing 2 more granny clusters in that chain 1 space. So this is our last chain 1 space, and we are going to do our last cluster in this chain 1 space, chain 1 and slip stitch in the chain 2 of our first granny cluster formed. So this is how our project now looks like. So it is attempting to get the shape of a circle. It's not so exactly formed, but yeah, it's getting the shape. Or maybe if you feel like your circle has formed shape here, then you can wish to stop. But I would like to continue for a couple of rounds more, and then I will stop crocheting further. So now it has started forming the circle shape. Yes, so we have done so far 1 2 3 4 rows. Now moving to my fifth row. Fifth row is again an increase, but it is not an increase in all the chain 1 spaces. I am just going to do increase in alternate spaces. So for example, I am starting to do an increase here, then I will not be doing increase in the next chain 1 space. I will just do it here. So in the middle of 2 increases there will be a normal granny cluster done. So let's see how we are going to do that. So I'm going to slip stitch on these 2 stitches as usual, because I would like to do my stitches starting from the chain 1 space. So there I am. I'm going to chain 2 Why I am doing chain 2 here? Because in the beginning I have done chain 3, but here I am doing only chain 2 because I am doing a slip stitch here and then I am chaining 2 and then I am ending my round here on top of the chain itself. The 2 slip stitches, I feel like it will take the height of 1 chain, so I am just doing only 2 chains over here. So that is my first double crochet, then 2 more double crochet here, and then I am doing my first increase here, so that means I am going to chain 1 and do one more cluster as usual in the same chain 1 space. So this is my first increase, and as I said before, I will be doing increases in alternate chain 1 spaces. So that means in my second chain 1 space I will be having only one granny cluster, that is 3 double crochet stitches. Then chain 1, and moving to my next chain 1 space I am going to do an increase, and that is a granny cluster, chain 1 and granny cluster, or in other words I can say it as 3 double crochet, chain 1 and 3 double crochet. All these are done in the same chain 1 space. Once you get a hang of this pattern, it is really easy for you to complete this round. So again, next is no increase. I am just going to do my 3 double crochet over here, then chain 1, so it's an increase, a cluster, an increase, a cluster, so this pattern continues. Next will be obviously an increase. And then this is my last cluster for this increase. Chain 1, then 3 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Because it is a crochet along project, you can obviously understand the pattern as you crochet along with me. It's very interesting, and you will just simply go on continuing the pattern this entire round. So this is going to be our increase here. Just make a note of the number of double crochet stitches you are doing in that increase. If it is 3, then it should be uniform, it is 3. So this is nothing but a simple granny cluster over here I am doing. Then chain 1, then an increase, chain 1, a normal granny cluster, chain 1, and increase, then a normal granny cluster. This is our last chain one space, and we are doing a normal granny cluster, and I'm going to slip stitch on top of my second chain as usual. So I will get the height accordingly. See here, it is the height which I was mentioning before. So here I would like to mention, if you have started this round with an increase, you should end with only one granny stitch, one granny cluster. If at all you are not at all ending with a granny stitch here at the end, and you are ending with an increase, then you can understand that you have somewhere missed one granny cluster. Okay, if you are starting here with a granny cluster, you will end here at the last with an increase. But if you are starting here with an increase, then you will end with a granny cluster. If it is not, then you have to work backward and understand where you have made the mistake, and there is no other go. You have to remove all the stitches and then work on once again. So we have worked one more increase here, and in my next round it's nothing but we are going to do one granny cluster in each chain one space as we did in the previous round. So this is my round which has that increase, alternate increase, and this is the next round after this, where in which I have just done only granny cluster in all the chain one spaces. So that is what I am going to do now. So let's see how we are going to do it. For that I am going to slip stitch in my next two granny stitches as well as in the chain one space. Then chain two and do my granny cluster. Here it is two double crochet done, then again chain one, one granny cluster is nothing but 3 double crochet stitches in the chain one space, chain one, 3 double crochet stitches in the next chain one space, chain one, 3 double crochet stitches in the next chain one space, chain one, and continue along until you finish this round. There is no change in between. You are just going on to do 3 double crochet stitches, chain one. This tutorial is a very straightforward tutorial, and you don't have to break your head for understanding any techniques here. We have just used a magic ring and double crochet stitches and of course chains, that's all. Once you understand this technique or the pattern, you can just keep on going crocheting without looking back. And you will finish this project in no time. It's a very interesting project, apt for beginners. Why I suggest all the beginners to work more on granny pattern is you will understand your yarn better, you will understand your tension better, you will understand your hook better. So unless you get a proper grip on all these things, a beginner would be struggling. So I have few more uh, granny clusters to be done, or I have a few more 3 double crochet set to be done in that chain 1 spaces. So far we are getting the shape of this circle formed. You can see your project curling up. If your project is curling up, you can assume that you're doing perfect, and maybe you can just flatten it with your fingers right here on the table, on your crochet table. So we are into our last chain 1 space, and I have completed my um granny cluster or 3 double crochet stitches there and done my chain 1. So I'm going to slip stitch in the chain 2, which is my first double crochet stitch. So this is how it looks like. I would like to do one more round so that it gets a perfect circle shape. So for that, as usual, I am going to slip stitch onto the top of these 2 double crochet stitches. Again, slip stitch in that chain 1 space, and then I'm going to continue like this. Here I will show it in my circle done. Here also I haven't done any increase, and this is the last round we are now into. So I am just going to do all this granny clusters here, all in the chain 1 space of the previous round. And this time I am going to do chain 2 between each granny cluster. You can choose to do this project while you are watching a movie, and by the movie ends you may be having 2 or 3 granny circles done, because it is going to be an interesting project. So you will not be worrying once you are understanding the pattern easily. So all you need to have is a few balls of yarns, maybe of different colors or of same color. That's up to you. And then you can watch a movie with your crochet hook and those balls of yarns next to you. So you are productively using your watch time also. So I have completed so far my one portion of this circle. This time in my last round I am separating each cluster with 2 chains in between. Note, it is not a single chain. I am going to crochet 2 chains in between each granny cluster. See, it looks like this. Perfect. Excuse me for that. Yes, I have a few more granny clusters to be crocheted, and it's going to be an easy thing, but mind that you are doing 2 chains in between without forgetting it. Oops, that slipped off my hook. Yes, I am almost done with this round. Because it is crochet along, I didn't want to trim any videos, though it is remaining to be the same. Um, if you would like to wish, you can pause it and then move ahead with the next step once you are comfortable, so you can feel free about that. But I don't wish to trim any videos here, because basically I'm focusing on how to help my beginners over here rather than jumping into any hard projects. The more beginner projects you do, the more comfortable you be with handling different types of stitches, your hook, yarn, everything, as I said before. So yes, I have completed my last round, and this is how my circle looks like. Yes, I am going to join this here with a slip stitch. Yes, sometimes it becomes harder to go through the stitches. Yes, so this is how it looks like, the granny circle looks like. Now we are on to our last part, in which I have just applied a single crochet border to all the stitches. Let me show you how you are going to do that. So here again, I am not at all going to continue doing slip stitch here, because anyway we are coming to an end of this project, applying a border. So I have already done a slip stitch here. Next I am going to do is insert my hook into the next stitch, which is a double crochet stitch. There I am going to do my single crochet. Okay, so this is the place where we have maybe using the stitch marker I can help you understand, this needle I can help you understand. This is a place where we have done our slip stitch, and now I am going to do all the way around with the single crochet border. So I have started with the single crochet border here, and then I am going to continue the entire round. Why I have kept this needle here is to help you know this is a place where you have to come back and stop. So here we have So far we have done 2 single crochet on top of these 2 double crochet stitches. Now we have 2 chain spaces here, so without any compromise I am going to do 2 single crochet in that space, 2 spaces itself, chain space, and then next is we are having 3 double crochet stitches here. So this stitch can be tricky to be seen, so you have to keep in memory that you have to stitch here in the first double crochet, also a single crochet border. So I have done 3 double crochet stitches there. Maybe I will zoom in to show you. 1 2 3. Yes, I really ask you not to miss or skip this stitch, because when you are doing doing single crochet on these 2 chains, this first double crochet stitch can have the tendency to get hidden. Yes, so I really ask you to watch out for these type of first double crochet stitches, and you have to do single crochet stitches on top of this double crochet stitches. Now again we have 2 chain spaces there, so single crochet there, then here in the on top of this first double crochet stitch, do your single crochet stitch, and so on. Make sure that you are not at all missing any of the stitches in between. Have a tab on the count of stitches you are doing on the single crochet stitches. You can start counting 1 2 3 and then 2 single crochet, 1 2 3 2 single crochet, then that will ensure you with proper number of stitches. So maybe I would like to stop my video here, and then I will come and meet you at this point, because this is nothing but an easy round rather than the previous rounds. So I stop my video here and then come back to meet you at this point. So now I have reached to the end of my row. I have completed all my single crochet stitches from here till the end of this last double crochet stitch here. Now I am left with 2 chains. There also I am going to do 2 double crochet stitches, but it's a bit tricky for me because of the presence of that needle over there. So I have completed my 2 double crochet stitches. Now I am going to remove this I'm sorry, it's not a stitch marker, which is a darning needle. Yes, and then here I am going to do my slip stitch to end this row, end this round. It is not a row, it is in circular fashion, so obviously it should be rounds. Because that was a slip stitch, my 5mm hook is finding hard to go through that stitch, but however it's done. Okay, so I have done my slip stitch, and now I'm going to cut it and fasten it. So, and later I'm going to weave in. So this is how my granny circle looks like. I'll just show it from the top. It's how my granny circle currently looks. So this is a perfect tutorial for any beginner, and I urge the beginners to practice doing all these type of work rather than jumping into any other heavy projects. And I hope you all like this tutorial very much. Give me a thumbs up. I always ask you to please subscribe to my channel for more good tutorials like this. Share your comments in the comment box below, and share this link with your friends. And as always, happy crocheting and stay blessed. See you soon in my next tutorial. Until then, it's bye from Yana Mens. Take care.